Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, April the 6th market update. On the economic front, there were not really any market-moving economic releases today. There was a release of the FOMC meeting minutes from the prior meeting, and it pretty much just confirmed that the Fed does not plan on raising rates anytime soon, and not much on deck for tomorrow except for the EIA Petroleum Status Report. The dollar, gold, and oil were all up. Silver and copper were down. Light sweet crude futures were up 22 cents to settle at $86.84 a barrel. Take a quick look at the UUP, the dollar ETF. Pulled back a little bit from its highs, but you know, fine. I mean, there wasn't really. I think it put maybe a little pressure part of the day on the market because it was kind of, gapped up. But I'm not sure if there's still that much of a connection right now. The West Texas Intermediate Crude Point and Figure chart. So here's we got as a high today is $87.09 right up here. We have a bullish price objective on the point and figure chart of $104 a barrel, providing that this is based on calculations on the point and figure chart. It calculates it for you, and that's the price objective, and there is no time frame to meet that per point and figure charting. So let's go over, take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed down 3 points to 10,970. The S&P closed up 2 points to 1,189. The Nasdaq closed up 7 points to 2436, and the Russell closed up 3 points to 701. The Russell had the largest percent gain again today, up 0.55%. The Dow was the weakest again today, down only 0.03%, almost flat on the day. So volumes continue to be really light across the indices today. So we're taking a look at the Dow. We're still in this uptrend channel. We had broken out a little higher out of this sideways consolidation, and this candle here is just a neutral, kind of a spinning top candle of kind of equal buying and selling. Still bullish. Everything looks fine. Same way with S&P. We're still staying in this channel. Still look good. Nasdaq, same way. We took out previous day's high. Everything looks fine. I mean, even if we get some kind of a pullback, I expect it to be pretty light. There doesn't seem to be anyone out there that wants to sell. Take a look at the XLF. XLF financials keep going higher. They're looking good today. Take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs looks like it's kind of got, I mean, it may come back down to here, but it's kind of like got a cup and maybe a possible cup of handle. Watch for that. See if it actually does wind up breaking out of this. It's in this little channel down right now. But, Goldman Sachs is a great company, so just keep an eye on that one. Let's look at the gold ETF GLD. Has a little bit of resistance here. You can see the line I touched here, and you barely see the candle here, but there's a candle right there. So little resistance there. So just, may have a little pullback to here, but then I would think gold will go back up. The MACD's turning up higher, the one I use, the 5341, and it looks fine. Silver ETF, same way. Here's the downtrend line. We had broken up above it here. It's still holding right there. It looks fine. Copper, or JJC, the ETF. Another sideways action, still looks fine. Let's go take a look at the sectors. 7 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The bank index was the leader, up 2.43%. The home construction index was the weakest, down 1.66%. Now over to ChartWatch. I have a few new ones as always, and then I have some from yesterday that are still look, really good. In fact, pretty much everything from yesterday looks good. Start off with this little lazy boy LZB. I like the big volume here as it broke out above the downtrend line, and it held up well today. It's just kind of a neutral candle. Apache. Keep an eye on Apache. It's up against its downtrend line. It could have resistance here. Or it could break out. So watch for a breakout for it to go higher. The MACD's up, but there's also resistance here on the MACD that I'm using. So, it's right there about where it's turned before. But keep Apache on your radar. Might be a good dip buy. EOG, same way, up against resistance of the downtrend line, but the MACD's looking pretty good. Slumberger. SLB broke out here above the downtrend line, but it does have resistance around 67, so you could buy it at a breakout above the 67 level here with some volume, and then it should have a pretty big move, pretty much the distance from here to here, about $7 higher over a pretty short, about 60 days or so, so maybe even shorter, but it's looking fine. Halliburton looks good. Watch it for a breakout of its triangle here. You could buy it if it breaks out higher over today's high of 32.43 with some volume. Dick's Sporting Goods looks like it's been consolidating. It was wanting to break out today. The market just didn't have enough momentum for it to go higher, but it did take out this previous high, so it's looking good. Aircastle, massive volume today. Big breakout of this triangle. Looks like it'll probably go higher from here, possibly at least get back up to the 11.25. Little gold company, NGD, broke out of this triangle yesterday and it held up today. Should go higher again, at least back up to its previous high of around $5, and then eventually probably take that out. Cogent, this one is a big volume here on this breakout of the downtrend line. Another little triangle, held up well today, actually closed up 4 cents. Keep that one on your radar. Hercules Offshore has a downtrend line that goes back here a little further, so keep your be mindful of that. In this kind of a triangle, broke out here, had a lot of volume. It's holding up well, and I'm sure it's probably at least going to get back up to here to that level. And the rest of these are from yesterday, still look good. PAL looks great. Cree still looks great. Vico Instruments looks great. Riverbed looks great. As long as it holds up, holds around that 29 or so level. Cummings still looking good. CMI, FFIV still looking good. Joy Global, typing would be good. Joy Global still holding up really well. Bucyrus doing well, holding up well. Another semi in the same space as Cree. AIXG holding up well. Ready to go higher. CMG broke out higher today. All these are from yesterday's chart watch. Autodisc broke out higher today. AK Steel moving higher today. SNA moving a lot higher today. EJ, watch it. You could buy it over this high here of about 20.65 with volume, but I would wait for it to break out over there. And home ends looking good. Hornbeck Offshore went higher today, is looking good. World Fuel Services held up well still today, looks good. Little gold company AU looks really good. Should have at least probably another $4 or so left in it, at least, or $3 per this kind of bottom it put in the base. Randgold looks good. Costco, we talked about it yesterday, huge breakout higher. Some of it I'm sure was thanks to Kramer. VMed looks really good, holding up well. Rubicon Technology went higher today, looks good. PCX, coal companies looking good. Clean Energy. If it breaks this downtrend line, I would bail out of it, but this is a low risk buy point here. And Brigham Exploration went higher today. It's got good volume, should have some higher prices. Let's take a look. We didn't look at the VIX, I don't think. Let's look at the VIX real quick. I think I forgot. VIX made a new low, down 4.64%. There is no fear in the market, which kind of concerns me a little, but it is what it is. So until the market shows its hand, we're still bullish or we're moving forward. Let's go take a look at the McClellan. So McClellan, no, I don't want want that. I don't want the pointing figures too hard to read. So actually pulled back just a little bit. We're at 15.9. We're not overbought until we get up in this 50 to 80, 40, somewhere up in here. So we are still looking good there. Let's go look at the current market signals. Follow the point figure chart for the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, all three on buy, and we basically didn't do much of anything today. So no sense in looking at these point figure charts because they look the same. All right, so that is it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's Daily Market Analysis.